Imagine building a cash-flowing business that pays you every single night, without owning a single property, without taking on debt, and without quitting your day job. Sounds like a fantasy? Not anymore. Welcome to Airbnb Arbitrage, the modern-day wealth hack that turns ordinary rentals into extraordinary income streams. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how beginners, just like you, are turning $0 into $3,000 plus per month using other people's properties. No fluff, no hype, just real strategy, real numbers, and real results. This is the cash chapter, where we turn ambition into income, and we don't just dream of freedom, we build it. So what exactly is Airbnb arbitrage, and why is it one of the laziest yet smartest ways to make money in 2025? At its core, it's the art of renting long-term properties and re-renting them short-term on platforms like Airbnb or VRBO. You don't need to own real estate. You don't need a mortgage. And in many cases, you don't even need upfront capital. You're simply leveraging the gap between what someone charges for a monthly lease and what guests are willing to pay per night. Think about it. A $1,200 apartment could earn you $3,000 or more per month if booked consistently. That's not speculation, that's math. And in a post-pandemic world where remote work and travel are exploding, demand for short-term rentals has never been higher. This is the kind of opportunity the wealthy quietly scale, while the average person scrolls past it. Before you rush to sign a lease or list a property, here's the truth most gurus won't tell you. Airbnb arbitrage is only powerful when done legally. Every city has its own short-term rental regulations. Some allow it, some restrict it, and some have clever loopholes that smart entrepreneurs use every day. Your first step? Head to your city's official website or zoning department and search short-term rental ordinance. Cross-reference that with Airbnb's own city regulation portal. Look for keywords like operator license, primary residence exception, or multifamily exemptions. If your city allows co-hosting or subletting, you're already ahead. And if it doesn't, don't worry, there are dozens of landlord-friendly cities where arbitrage thrives. The winners in this game don't guess. They study the rules and play smarter within them. That's how billionaires move. Now that you've locked in the legal side, let's talk about finding the right properties, because not all rentals are created equal. The key to successful Airbnb arbitrage is location, layout, and leverage. Start with platforms like Zillow, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and HotPads. Filter for furnished or semi-furnished units in areas with high Airbnb demand. Think near downtowns, hospitals, business hubs, or tourist attractions. Look for units that offer flexible leases, allow subletting, or are owned by small landlords. They're far more open to negotiation than big property management firms. Pro tip, always check how many active Airbnb listings exist in that ZIP code using tools like AirDNA or Mashvisor. You're not just looking for any unit, you're hunting for a cash flow machine. Find a one-bedroom that rents for $1,200 but averages $150 a night on Airbnb. That's your gold mine. The money is in the margin. And this is where your wealth journey really begins. Here's the part where most beginners choke, talking to landlords. But let me tell you something. Landlords aren't your enemy. They're your business partners in disguise. You just have to know how to speak their language. When you reach out, skip the Airbnb pitch. Instead, position yourself as a corporate housing provider or short-term rental manager who works with traveling nurses, business professionals, or remote workers. Tell them you'll pay rent early, maintain the property like a hotel, cover minor maintenance, and even add cleaning services, all at no extra cost to them. This isn't some shady sublease hustle. This is professional property management without the title. Want a cheat code? Use this line. Would you be open to a long-term lease where I handle everything, treat it like a business, and you get guaranteed rent every month? Confidence sells. And when they see you as a reliable, low-hassle tenant, 8 out of 10 will say yes. The other 2, their loss. Now let's get to the part that makes Airbnb arbitrage feel like passive income. Automation. You're not trying to create another job. You're building a business that runs while you sleep. So here are the tools that top operators use to manage everything behind the scenes. Use Hospitable or Guesty to automate guest communication, check-ins, and booking confirmations. Need dynamic pricing to stay competitive? Use Price Labs or Wheelhouse. They adjust your nightly rates in real time based on demand. For cleaning and turnovers, sync with Turnover B&B to schedule local cleaners automatically after every checkout. Want smart access control? Use August Locks or Remote Lock to give guests digital codes that expire. And to manage all your listings in one place, use Hostaway or your porter. With the right stack, you can manage 1, 5, or even 20 properties without quitting your job or answering midnight messages. Billionaires don't chase tasks, they build systems. And now so can you. Now let's talk money, because this is where the rubber meets the road. So you found your property, pitched the landlord, and automated the process. But how much can you actually make? Here's a simple profit breakdown to give you an idea of the potential. Let's say you rent a one-bedroom apartment for $1,200 a month. Now on Airbnb, you can list it for $150 a night, and if it's fully booked for 20 nights out of the month, which is very realistic in a busy area, that's $3,000 in gross income. Now subtract the expenses: cleaning fees $150, utilities $200, automation tools $100, and a small cushion for minor repairs $50. Your total expenses come to $2,550. That's a $450 net profit per month, and that's just for one property. Scale this to 5, 10, or more units, and watch how fast that cash flow grows. You're not just making money while you sleep, you're building an income empire with minimal risk. With Airbnb Arbitrage, the numbers speak for themselves. This is how the wealthy use other people's assets to create wealth for themselves. Now here's where the magic happens: scaling. After your first profitable month, don't sit back and relax. Reinvest your profits into acquiring more properties and upgrading your systems. You've learned the ropes with one unit, and now you've got the confidence and knowledge to grow. Use the profits from your first property to fund your next deal, or if you're feeling strategic, apply for a business line of credit to take on multiple properties at once. The key to scaling isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. As you grow, start building a team. Hire virtual assistants to manage your listings, coordinate with cleaners, and respond to guest inquiries. Once you've got 3 to 5 properties running smoothly, look into co-hosting as a way to earn even more without additional investment, helping others scale their Airbnb businesses while taking a cut of their profits. But don't get cocky. Scaling requires careful planning. The biggest pitfall? Overextending yourself too quickly. Always ensure your cash flow is healthy before taking on additional properties. Keep your focus on long-term growth, and always remember, the best time to start scaling is when you've got systems in place that can handle it. As you scale, you need to play the game with an eye on the long term, and that means managing risk wisely. The biggest risk in Airbnb arbitrage isn't market fluctuations, it's vacancy and unexpected expenses. So here's how to protect your business. First, diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one neighborhood or market. If one area sees a dip in demand, you won't be completely exposed. Second, always have a cash buffer. Keep at least 2 to 3 months of operating costs in a savings account for emergencies, whether it's a maintenance issue, a downturn in bookings, or an unexpected regulation change. Third, screen your guests thoroughly. Low-quality tenants can lead to property damage, and dealing with that after the fact can cost you. Use tools like Airbnb's host guarantee and superhost status to show your guests that you take your listings seriously. Finally, consider long-term partnerships with other businesses. Network with property managers, real estate agents, or corporate housing companies. These relationships can lead to bulk property leases or even exclusive deals that make you the go-to expert in your city. Remember, risk is inevitable, but if you approach it with foresight and strategy, it becomes a part of the game. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and above all, keep building wealth that lasts. Now it's time to take action. You've got the knowledge, you've got the strategy, and you've seen the potential, but only you can make it happen. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how Airbnb arbitrage can transform your financial future. If you're ready to build a business that works for you while you sleep, Hit that like button, subscribe to the Cash Chapter, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode packed with actionable tips like these. Drop a comment below if you've ever thought about Airbnb or real estate investing. I'd love to hear about your experiences or any questions you have. Remember, this is just the beginning. Stay focused, keep learning, and always strive to build the freedom and wealth you deserve. Until next time, keep scaling, keep winning.